Be clear, if you're in a state where hurricanes often strike, like Florida or the Gulf Coast or into Texas, a vital part of preparing for hurricane season is to get now. Everything is more complicated if a hurricane or natural disaster hits.
Shalom. Call Halam La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rahakodash. Double honors to our teachers, the head apostles, and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopefully elect, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, teaching in truth, sincerity, and diligence for the sake of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Lord, when this lesson may be edifying and straight to the point. Now, it is the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, starting verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. You see, and Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai said, put on the whole armor, which the whole armor of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is this truth, man. You see, because this truth, this is how you girt yourself up. This is how you girt your spirit up, man. This is how you get built up, man, by hearkening and cleaving to this truth. You see, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. You see, just like in the video, man. Because you got a lot of jakes who probably heard Joe Biden said that and was driven in the spirit to go get the jab, man. You know, to go stick their arm out, man. You see, to take the family down, the wife down, the kids down, man. So that they don't have no complications in the coming events or some shit, man. You know, they can get that card, you know. But a lot of jakes and a lot of Americans gonna fall to the wiles of the devil, in which that word wiles.
Strong's G 3180, Methodiah. Methodiah.
All right, when you go into that word wiles and the Strong's G 3179, it means deceit, cunning art, craft, trickery. You see, and that's what the so-called white man, this devil, is gonna come with, man. You see, and that's one thing that the scriptures open you up to as well. It reveals to you who the devil is, man. Because the Christian church paint an image of the devil being a red nigga in the underworld with a neatly shaved beard and a trifling, man. They got with a scorpion tail or some shit, man. And he down there tormenting the bad people who died on the earth. You know? But that's not the devil, man. The devil, the physical counterpart of Satan is the so-called white man. The devil, the adversary, man, meaning deceiver. You see, he's the one who's coming with deception, trickery. You know, that's what the armor of the Lord for, man. To keep you from falling to his trickery. You see, Ephesians 6 and 11 again, he said, put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. You see, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness in this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. You see, because if you know anything about a kingdom, a rulership is ruled by their priesthood, man. You know, kingdoms don't move unless a word come through from their priesthood. You see, in America, they priesthood operate under the left hand side of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, which is wickedness, man. They operate under the shadows of darkness. You know, for the lack of better terms. You see, so that's why we don't wrestle against flesh and blood or but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers and the darkness of this world, man. Against spiritual wickedness in high places, the Chaldeans, man. When you consider the Chaldeans were the sorcerers, the witches and warlocks of the nations, man. You see? So you going up against a lot of spells, you know, play on words. Esau putting in these cartoons and music videos and TV shows and movies to play on your mind, man. To pretty much condition you to fall into his system, fall into his trap, his snares, man. You know, it's the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. He said, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man the sin be revealed. You see, so it was going to come a time and a season on this earth where the man of sin, the man who was behind the iniquity that's pretty much going on throughout the four corners of the earth, he was going to be revealed, man. You know, and according to the scriptures, It was Esau Edom who's behind all this wickedness, man. Esau Edom would be the last nation, the last heathen nation to be ruling the planet Earth before Yahweh shall return, man. But before Yahweh shall return. You see? And Esau Edom is the so-called white man today. The one who's in control, or who pretty much occupy that power seat, man. You know? So that's the man of sin. That's the man who's behind the iniquity that's going throughout the four corners of the earth. America is the heart of wickedness, man. You know, they exalt wickedness here, man. LGBT, pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, bestiality, incest. You know, hey, the wickedness of these people is displayed on social media, man. You see? So that man of sin is revealed, man. You know, the son of perdition, which that son of perdition is the so-called white man, Esau Edom. You know, and when you read down, it pretty much goes into it. The characteristics, the shit, how he feel, you know. But we ain't gonna go into it, but that's this nigga traits, man. You know, and we in the season of his downfall. You know, and if you fall into his trickery, well, you gonna be destroyed with this nigga, man. Because ultimately, that's his idea. His idea is to catch you where you vulnerable, to present a solution to you, and ultimately, that solution is to destroy you, man. You know, this Psalm chapter 10 and verse 7, he said his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity, man. You see, this nigga told you the best way to prepare for a hurricane is to go get the jet. What the fuck? You know, but it's some jakes out here that's gonna fall to that folly, man. Because they don't want no complications in the coming event. They don't want no complications in trying to get a fucking Rome in a concentration camp or some shit, man. You know, to get no food. They want to be able to show that jab card, man, that ID card, man. That, you know, that certificate. Or whatever, fuck, man. You know, he said he's sitting in the lurking places of the village. In secret places do he murder the innocent. His eyes are privately set against the poor, man. You see, in the poor is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians. You know, the Israelites, man. Esau Edom has his eyes privately set against you to ultimately destroy you. That's why these snares is centered around you. The face of the Crown 19 is you. The face of the LGBT is you. The face of gangster culture is you. The face of thought culture is you, man. The so-called Negro, Latino, Native Indian men, women, and children. You know, this nigga has his eyes set to destroy your image, you know, the nation, you know, to keep you discontinued from your power, man. You see, verse 9, he said he lied in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lied in wait to catch the poor. He do it to catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. Yeah, because he throw snares out there, man. The the so-called white man know exactly how to catch a nigga, man. That's why when he was trying to get you jabbed up, he was presenting you blunts. Nigga said that he was gonna give you a blunt. He said he was gonna give you lap dances and strip club. This nigga was presenting snares to you, man, and it was taking certain jakes, man. He'll give you $100. He was convincing you to come take that jab, and niggas was going down there to go take it, man. And he doing the same thing again with this disaster, this storm. Hey, the best way to prepare for a hurricane is to go get the thing. And a lot of the niggas gonna fall for that trap, man, because they ain't got the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shah on them. See, the spirit of the Lord keep you from falling from his trickery, man. Because the Lord warned you of this nigga, man. You see this Proverbs real quick, chapter 26. All right, and verse 24, he that hated dissembleth with his lips and layeth up deceit within him. When he speaketh fair, believe him not, for there are 7 abominations in his heart. You see, this nigga is completely wicked. So when he come trying to present solutions unto you, hey, don't believe him, man. Turn that nigga away, or else that's gonna become your shame, man. You know, he said, whoso hatred whose hatred is covered by deceit. His wickedness shall be shown before the whole congregation, and his wickedness is shown. Hey, look at Justin Bieber face. Look at all the reports that then came out on the people dropping dead on soccer fields, basketball fields, football fields. You know, the entertainers and the actors that done dropped dead or got sick, or just the regular Americans, man. You know, his wickedness is being shown throughout the congregation, man. You know, before the whole congregation. You see, he said, who's that's it on. Yeah, we just gonna read on out. Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him. A lying tongue hated those that are afflicted by it, and a flattering mouth worketh ruins, man. You see? And that's what this nigga doing, man. And if you trust in him and if you believe in him, well, ultimately it's gonna fall on you, man, and it's gonna become your shame, man. You know, close out with this last one. There's Isaiah chapter 30 and verse let me see. Yeah, in verse 3, matter of fact. Yeah, we're gonna start at verse 2. He said that walk to go down into Egypt. Matter of fact, just get from the top. Woe to the rebellious children, said the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me. You see, when you take counsel, you pretty much you cleaving to somebody else's advice, man. Rather than cleaving into what the Lord say. You see, your counsel is of another counsel, man. You know, some niggas gonna cleave to taking the jab because their counsel is pretty much fashioned off America. You know, while the hopefully elect is gonna stand stiffly in the words of Yahweh Shemal Shah, because this is the counsel that we operate under. You know, he said, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. That walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadows of Egypt. And that's what they going to do, man. And now a lot of Jake's going to trust in the shadows of Egypt, and they going to trust in the strength of Pharaoh, you know, and which is all rolled over to this time today, this current regime where niggas going to actually trust in America, man. But that's a snare. But that's the snares of the devil, man. Niggas going to fall into the snares. You see? He said, therefore, shall the trust of Pharaoh be ashamed. Hey, the trust, because Justin Bieber trusted in that thing, man. It brought shame on a nigga. Face was stuck. He had to counsel out on shows to focus on his health. You know, a lot of niggas then dropped dead. Niggas' foot swelled up. Faces then turned cricket, man. Yeah, the strength of Pharaoh, the strength of America was your shame. And the trust of the shadows of Egypt, your confusion, man. You got it and you still getting sick. You confused, the wondering why. You wonder why your heart beat, you know, your blood pressure going up now. You limping. You got a limp when you walk now, man. You shouldn't have trusted in America, man. This is the same nation who broke 500 treaties with the Indians, man. The same nation who gave you so-called Negroes, Latinos, they gave you so-called Negroes in the Tuskegee experience syphilis, man. You know, and you think the day in 2022, this nigga you think this nigga changed? The scripture says said a leopard change his spots, man. This nigga is the same serpent, man. Real quick. Let me get this last one. What is that? I believe it's Revelation 12. Yep, in verse 9. He's saying the great dragon was cast out. That old serpent, you see, called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. You see that old serpent going back to the Garden of Eden, man, with Adam and Eve. You see that same serpent, he came with what? Deception, man. You should not surely die. They told you the job good for you. And you taking it, now your face stuck, man. Or you have a fucking cardiac arrest. You know? He said, called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out of the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. You see, and the so-called white man is the physical counterpart of that serpent, and the devil, man, he's the physical counterpart of Satan and that dragon, man. You know, And if you fall into this, if you hearken into this man's words, if you hearken into his counsel, that you're gonna be destroyed. You know, distress is gonna fall on you, cause this nigga. The scripture say the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel, man. You know, so you can't trust this nigga. Like if iron rusted, so does his wickedness, man. You see, so don't take the jab, and definitely don't take the chip, man. You know, Lord willing, you was edifying to this video. Say shalom.